Hi, I'm Cher Johnston. Welcome to my happy place. Look at my happy little kitty. She's really happy today. Okay, I'm going to put you up here. All right, here we are. Before we get into our project, I'm going to jibber jabber a bit about a few things. I'm going to put timestamps in my video. My friend Sarah Lee did that for us a few days ago. And I told her how much I appreciate it. I used to do that a lot and I stopped. It's not a lot of work, but it's work. But this time I'm going to show you 3 different crazy quilt stitches. And if you're just here for the crazy quilt stitches, there will be timestamps in the video so that you can just go right there. Or if you want to watch it again, you can just go right there. I'm doing Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, Volume 2, the Christmas Journal. And this is my tag. I put some little pearl beads and this along the edge. I sewed 2 rows of running stitch around the edge. And I have a little thing here. It's going to go at the top. It's also wet because I discovered if you do your stitching and then you wash it later, it changes the look of it. It changes I just like that. I didn't wash it. I wet it with a spray bottle with some water. So I'm going to put this to the side for right now. Over by the kitty water. Right. I had a realization after I made that. I don't like this. I don't like it. I was looking through my box and I have a lot of fabrics in there that I don't like. My tastes have changed since 2022. I filled the box with Christmas red and Christmas green, and I don't want to do that now. So I'm not gonna. Now I did this a little while ago on camera. I do sort of like it. I think that's gonna stay. I have this. Here's the other thing that I realized. This is my envelope, and I like it. I really like it. But one of the things that I've discovered about myself and my journal making is that I need pockets that are 4x6. So this one is 4 inches, which is nice, but this way it's just short of 6 inches. So I can't put a 4x6 photo in there or a 4x6 anything. And I try to make things 4x6. But I'm going to keep it because I really like it. It's simple and I really like it. Anyways, so that stays. And I'll just cut off, part of okay. I'm going to show you something else that I did this. Should have taken a picture of it before I tore it all apart. I had this thing with this in there, and I realized that I put this in upside down. This is like a little velveteen, I don't know what you call it. It feels like velvet a little bit. So I like this a lot. I bought this thing at You know that place. This place. Color Streams. Color Streams spelled COLOUR streams.com.au. When I went there shopping one time for some threads, I noticed that they had this pack, and it came with this. This is like, oh, maybe that didn't come there. That maybe I had that, but I know I got this in there. This is a very thin. Love it. There's another piece of it. I have cut this apart. Like it didn't come this small. This came in there, and this isn't that pretty. That came in there, and this white velvety was this big. I love it. They're all neutral colors. If you watch Michelle at the Creative Cove, she does everything in neutral colors, and then she can add color later, which I love. I think I like that. I think that's kind of what I'm going to do. I have this fabric from Rachel that I'm going to use. I have this fabric from Rachel that I have to use somewhere. I don't know what this is. It looks a little bit shiny, but I do like it a lot. This is one of the fabrics that I had picked out. It's not a Christmas green, but it's a nice green that I like. Then I have, oh, this is the green. I got this from Rachel. I love this green also. And then I got these from Rachel. I love them, but not for Christmas. I, I, I may have to do something like this. I wish I had wine bottle corks. But this is a cool thing that she did. Again, I'm not crazy about the colors, but it does inspire me to get out my paints and try a little of my own. Then I have this snowflake and this little doily. This is not a snowflake. Snowflakes have 6 points. This one has 8. I crocheted these, and I don't know where I got the pattern, so I can't tell you where I got it, but I might use those. Okay, so now the other day I was talking about this lady, Elisabetta Sforlazzo. She's Italian. Then I did, I found this color chart that goes with one of her books. Goes with a book that I don't have yet. I went online and I had to have it, had to order it, because I don't know what, like these are the different flowers that she uses. Now you can use many, many different stitches to do a rose. I think she uses bullion knots. I think the lavender, I don't know. I don't know. That might be bullion knots. I don't know. The daisy, I can't tell from pictures. Hollyhock, I think she used a blanket stitch, a circle around, I forget what it's called. This I can't tell. This I can't tell what stitches she uses for those, so I had to buy the book. Anyways, this is Lucia's Colors. You can see at the top, and I'm showing this because I know you can get this for free on her website. So I had to go and buy all the colors. because I love them. So then, so I did that, got them home. Look at these luscious, lovely colors. I love them. And then I went today through some of my fabrics. This is a piece of silk from a shirt that I used to wear. I'm doing volume 8 and decided to cut it up because I love the color. I love the feel of it. Everything about it, I just love it. And then this is a piece that I got from Rachel. And these colors just go so well with this. So I'm keeping, oh, here's another thing that I got that I wanted to share with you. I have a friend at Hobby Lobby. Her name is Tony. Hi, Tony. I don't think she watches my channel, but I can say hi. We were in the thread department, and I was telling her that I need to figure out a different system for storing my stuff. She suggested, this was $1.49, so she suggested that I try this. Well, it has little bags with holes, and it comes with a these rings. Now, I sort of wish they were a little bit bigger, but it's fine. I know, because I tried, you can't just get Ziploc bags and put holes in them like this with your hole punch. I don't know how you would do that. But they're $1.50, and I got like 24 bags. That's cheap. It's really cheap. So these are the colors that I used for this little tag, and you know what? Look at how well they go with those other colors there. So I'm going to take a bag, one of these bags. I'm going to put all these colors into a bag, or maybe 2 bags. Then I decided I'm going to get a piece of felt and put I have needles threaded here. Let's get this one here. No, this one here. I'm going to keep these needles in here and my spare threads because I'm messy and I should try to do better. All right. So the first stitch that we're going to do, I did this off camera. I actually sewed this on my machine, and then I stitched it down with the invisible stitching. You can't see it because it's invisible. Then I folded these edges over and cut that with my pinking shears so that the back fabric peeks out the back. And the backing fabric is just these flour sack kitchen towels that I love. They're cheap. You get them at Target or Walmart or wherever. And that's what I use for my backing fabric. Now, the other day, when I made this, someone asked me in the comments what kind of fabric I was using. Well, my backing fabric is always the flour sack kitchen towels. This piece of fabric, I think it's linen. It came from a pair of pants that I bought that was too long. I cut off 5 inches and I'm tearing it apart. And depending on how well I like the pants, I might just cut it all up and use it for fabric. And I can do that because I didn't pay a lot. They were on clearance. I think I decided that this thread is number 815. And I already threaded my needle, and I have 3 strands of floss. Now, this is a point where I'm going to say, this is where we're doing the herringbone stitch. So I'm going to start this one in the center of this seam. And then I'm going left to right, but my needle is going to go in right to left. If you're left-handed, you might want to switch that around. This one's so simple once you get it. Now you can, in fact, I'll do this. I'll draw lines for you guys. You want your stitches to be, maybe I won't draw lines for you. Why are my pens doing this to me? There we go. Now I'm not going to stitch on those lines exactly because that would be a really big stitch. I want to do kind of a smaller stitch. So I'm going in, I'm going to keep my needle parallel to those 2 lines. I'm going to go in, let's go a little closer here. Take a little bite out of the fabric and pull through. I'm going to go down here, and I want to make sure that my thread is here and not up there. I'm going to go down about here and take a little stitch there. Wait, I lied. Now I want my thread down here and not up there. And as long as I'm parallel, it could be here or it could be there, depending on how big you want these stitches to go. And you can always pull it over like that. Let's go right up here. Take a little bite out of the fabric. See? Kind of parallel. Now this time you want it up there. And again, I can pull this down and see where I want it to be. I want it to be right about there. And again, my needle is parallel to the seam. And then let's make this one maybe a little bit shorter. I'm just going to go in there. Not quite parallel, but close enough. Let's go down here. I'm not really on camera, am I? I just realized that I have my dot, and I was not under the dot. Okay. All right. So again, I'm going to place that there. So I know where I want to go in. I want to go in right about there. And I want to keep the thread down here. Just going to take a little bite out of the fabric. And then I'm going to go down, just because I don't want a completely even line there. I'm going to go down a little bit further. I'm going to go down right about here. Up here. down here. And now, because I don't have anything else to say, I'm going to jibber jabber about my cat. My cat this morning, she usually comes out here and lies in the sun. But I noticed the last couple of mornings, she gets too hot. It's like she's right in the sun. And I think she just gets too hot. I think that she thinks she wants to be in the sun and then decides after a while it's too hot. She comes and lays on the floor. And anyways, I digress. This morning, she got on my chair with me, and there's this thing that she does when she wants a blanket. She kind of claws at the chair a little bit. Anyways, I know what it means. It means I want a blanket, Mom. So I got her a blanket and I put it over top of her. And then there she was in my chair. And then she's wagging her little tail. Oh gosh, I think she knows I'm talking about her. Anyway, so I had to sit on the couch while I was eating and stuff this morning. And then of course, I came over here and worked a little bit, and I did a little ironing. And yes, I iron everything. Okay. Now, I could later take this seam. This is a crazy quilt seam. When you do crazy quilting, you do seam treatments. All right, now I'm going to go just to the back here. And I'm going to end off in the back here. You would add other decorative elements that might be detached chain stitches or straight stitches or fly stitches or anything. Beads, sequins, stuff. I'm not going to do that here today. We're going to do some, I'm just going to show you the stitches. Now this one, we're going to do a Cretan stitch. This is 838. Now with this one, your lines are going to be perpendicular to the seam. So this time they're going to go like this. And I might not use these lines. I'm just doing this so that I don't go this way with my lines. Okay, again, I'm going to start in the middle of the seam. All right. Then I'm going to go down here and take a little bite out of the fabric. I think I want to go down here further. And this time I want that thread underneath the needle. Then I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to go down here. I want to come out right about there. I'm going to go down here and come up there and wrap the thread around the needle. Then I'm going to turn around again, and this is looking like it's going to be more centered down here. You don't have to go all the way to the back of the fabric because I'm not, this is not used to secure the fabric. This is just a decorative element. And then I'm going to go here. Again, the thread is behind the needle. And then I'm going to turn around this way. Same thing again. Then I go this way. And again, this white paint on this fabric is a little hard to stitch through. I'm going to turn around again. Now this stitch right here in front of you is going to be a little bit wonky because I didn't measure anything. I just going and doing my thing. If you wanted, forgot to wrap it. Go through that loop. If you wanted to be precise, or while you're learning, because this is what I did when I was learning, there's a book called The Geometry of Hand Sewing. And I did a video, maybe I'll link the video in my description. I did a video showing this book. One of the first books that I bought, and I can't recommend it highly enough. These come in the back. They're little dot grids. See? The Geometry of Hand Sewing, stitching card number 2. So then there's one that is stitching card number 1, and it's just a bunch of squares. And what you would do is just sew like, I don't know if you can, there, and then go over one and go there. See? Also, if you go to my Ko-fi page, I uploaded a dot grid because I made my own over the years. I made my own dot grids. Wasn't really planning to show these, but otherwise I would have had them out. So here's the one. This is the dot grid for the Cretan stitch. And I have that on my Ko-fi site. You can download these. I also did this one. This is my favorite herringbone stitch. I always pause when I say herringbone stitch because I can never remember the name of it. The bottom is all the same, all even, and then it goes up here and then down here and then up here and then down here. This is my favorite herringbone stitch to do. And today I wanted to just show you without a grid, without a dot grid. And you don't have to have anything to tell you where to go. You can just do, just do it, and it's fine. So I may or may not follow up with more. I just don't want to stitch through that silver thing. I might follow up with more stitches on these two seams, but I forgot to go through there. That's what it looks like if you forget. Just so you know, if you forget and it looks like that, you have to go loop through it. There you go. I was watching a Susan Hiles, hi Susan, video, and I think someone said, or maybe she mentioned, that it looked kind of like a crazy quilt, what she was doing. But she didn't do crazy quilt seams. She just, pieced together something that looked like a crazy quilt. So I told her maybe I would do a video and show some simple crazy quilt. See, I did it again? Did it again. Some simple crazy quilt stitches. These are my favorites. Actually, the last one is my ultimate favorite. So, there we go. Now I'm going to go into the seam to end off at the back. All right, next we're going to do a feather stitch. Feather stitch is my favorite. Probably my all-time favorite stitch of all. Most of all. Or maybe running stitch, but it's my favorite decorative stitch. Let's say that. All right. I'm going to use this color here, 370, because it's sort of a green. And then I'm going to go, I want to go like, I have to remember that I have to avoid those. This is why I still have this fabric. Those are hard to stitch through. So I want it to kind of go back and forth like that a little bit. So I'm going to start at the top and go to the bottom. I'm going to start here because I don't want to stitch through that silver. I'm going to go put my needle down about, I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or so away from that. And I'm going to come right back up on my line and wrap the thread around. There we go. That's a little bit big, but that's fine. Whatever. I'm going to go across and then back down and up. Not on the line, but close enough. And then pull through. Then, again, I'm going to go over from where I came out, quarter of an inch or so, down, come back up on or near the line. Now this one, in the Geometry of Hand Sewing book, uses this diamond grid. Now, I don't know how to show these to you. Can you see that? So you would go here, here to here, here to here, and come out here, down here, and up there. Then you would go over here, down there, up there, and always looping the threads. So it would come out like burp, 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 sort of like that. And I don't think that one is included in my dot grid. Sorry. If it matters and you would like one, let me know. I don't usually follow that kind of a pattern though, because I like mine to be, wobbly back and forth. If you watch Jennifer Clouston, she does this a lot. I think she said somewhere that this is her favorite stitch. Maybe I just made that up. Might be all in my head. This morning I was watching The Last Homely House. I think it was Susan who said her favorite colors are pink and green. If you like pink and green, oh my gosh, you have to go to The Last Homely House. Her name is Kate something. Kate did, I think she called it apple pudding. There's something in the title about apples. She shows her new kitchen. Oh my gosh. Definitely very jealous. She has all these kids and, sons and daughters and son-in-laws and daughter-in-laws, and that makes me jealous too, because I want a daughter-in-law who comes over and films for me and edits and all that. Anyways, I digress. Her son-in-law, I think, or her son, picked out this color of green for her kitchen. I would never have thought to use that color in a kitchen. It is fabulous. It's so pretty. And it goes with the pink walls. So amazing. Anyway, go. You know what? I'll find the video. I'll link it in the description because I know that, years from now, they're gonna go, where is that video? I don't see it, I'm not finding it. Well, that's why I have to. All right, so there's my 2 little stitches at the back. And there's my project for today. And I'm at 40 minutes, so this is a good length of a video. I'll iron this, take a picture, and talk to you later. Oh, by the way, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. Also, there's this new thing that YouTube is doing, especially if you stayed here this long. Go to, you have to do it on your phone. There's a button sometimes, and I don't know when, but I've had it show up for me one time, but I don't usually watch YouTube on my phone. You can boost the video, which I thought was the coolest thing. So if you can go to your phone and see if the boost button or whatever it is, see if it's there, and do that for me, I would so appreciate it. I'd love you so much. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.